Hi everybody, I hope you're all blessed and well in the Lord. In today's video, we're gonna go over some updates and confirmations. But to start out, of course, we're gonna read the Word of God. And I have my husband joining me today. So he's gonna read Psalms 23 for us.
Hello, everybody. God bless you, and may God keep you. I'm reading Psalms 23 today. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
All right. Good job. Thanks, babe. All right. All right, we're gonna get right to it. Hopefully everybody can see well. Good morning, daughter of the Most High God. How are you? And good morning to everybody else who's watching right now. Hi, sister. Walking by the Spirit. Just joined also. Hi, Rebecca. Good morning. Okay. So if you all remember, I had a vision a while back. I saw the Bitcoin flying. So this is the first video I wanted to share with you that I found. Sorry about that.
In this video, big news. Cryptocurrencies was actually mentioned and even explained in a The Simpsons episode. Let me now play you the full clip so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Take a look at this.
I will explain cryptocurrency by clicking the link to TV's most beloved scientist, Mr. Jefferson.
People think I'm a nerd, but I'm actually super cool. That's why I'm here to talk about the really cool subject of distributed consensus-based cryptocurrency. Kachinga. Could a nerd do that? I don't think so. For cryptocurrency to work, we need a record of every transaction that occurs. These are recorded in what's called a distributed ledger.
I'm a consensus of shared and synchronized digital data spread across multiple platforms from Shanghai to Grenada. Each day I'm closer to being cash of the future, not in your wallet, I'm in your computer. Oh yeah!
When you use the currency, the transaction is recorded in the ledger.
I can dig it.
And when one ledger book gets filled up, we add to a chain of previous books. That's the blockchain.
Later, glitches.
If you'd like to learn more about how cryptocurrencies work, here's everything else you need to know. And goodbye from me, super cool Jim Parsons. It went in! 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 You saw it! It went in!
I mean, wow, that is actually much more educational than I would expect from a Simpsons episode. I want to share my thoughts about that. I also want to show you the Bitcoin price and the fact that we are in an uptrend, but in the short term.
Okay, as you saw, they're promoting the cashless society, and that's definitely what Bitcoin and all these other microchip implants, everything digital currency is going to lead to a cashless society. Good morning, Luis. Good morning, Sherry. Okay. This is a Houston Chronicle article. And you see it's titled, you want to read the title?
Okay. Cashless society spreads, increasing efficiency, but contributing to the rich-poor gap.
Okay, and as you see, they're showing the sign. It says cash free. A lot of stores. Good morning, Soldier Poet. This is showing up a lot now, especially with the coronavirus. There was an article that came out saying that coronavirus can spread through cash, and I think it's pretty ridiculous. What do you think? You think it could spread through cash?
I mean, honestly, I don't think so. I mean, people are so worried about all the wrong things these days. You have to stay prayed up. You can't live in your house forever. Like,
not even that, yeah, because the point is they're trying to give people fear.
And fear is torment, and the Bible teaches you that.
Yeah, and that's more opportunity for them
to go to the cashless society. Yeah. And you see the model they're doing here, they're showing kids. That's how they spread it. If it can get to the kids, it'll get to the adults. And that takes over the entire nation.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see they're using the phone apps. They're promoting this more scanning. So next thing you know, it's going to be your hand. It's going to go from the phone. They want to microchip you, right? Cashless. And then I have more on that. I'm going to go back. Okay, this one is promoting the alien agenda. We're seeing a lot of that also. If you all have been following, you know that that is what they will blame our disappearance on when we are with the Lord. They will blame it on aliens, and so they want people to believe it now more than ever that they exist.
My fellow Americans, as a young boy, I dreamed of being a baseball. But tonight I say we must move forward, not backward, upward, not forward, and always twirling, twirling, twirling towards freedom. Those candidates are phonies! You heard me. They're alien replicants from beyond the moon.
Yeah, right, pal.
Don't forget your stinking flag.
Why won't anyone believe my crazy story? Oh! Hold on, guys. I'll help you.
I just want to pause on this part. I also had a vision a while back, and I saw tanks like this, but they were trying to clone me. But these are cloning tanks that they have in the Dulce base that I had shared. If you have not seen that video, I will happily link it in the description box.
Oh no, am I still here? I don't want to serve out my term naked in a tube.
I am so mad at the Secret Service right now. Hey, who the hell are you?
I'm Homer Simpson, sir, and I'm gonna get you back to Washington before it's too late.
You know, Senator, being in suspended animation gave me time to think. Partisan politics are tearing our country apart.
You got a point there, Bill. If you and I are gonna whoop these one-eyed space fellas, we're gonna have to set aside our differences.
Together we can lead America into a new golden age.
Brand, you got a deal. Homer, let us out. It's time to tear those aliens a third corn shoot.
He said New Gold Age. Sounds a lot like New World Order.
Don't!
Oh no. What have I done? What am I doing? What will I do?
The politics of failure have failed. We need to make them work again. Tomorrow, when you are sealed in the voting cubicle, vote for me, Senator Bob Dole.
I am looking forward to an orderly election tomorrow, which will eliminate the need for a violent bloodbath. America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles. It's true. We are aliens. But what are you going to do about it? It's a two-party system. You have to vote for one of us.
Right, this is a two-party system. Well, I believe I'll vote for a third-party candidate.
Go ahead. Throw your vote away.
All hail President K.
Woo. Antichrist. Oh my gosh. Slavery. Look at that.
I don't understand why we have to build a ray gun to aim at a planet I never even heard of.
Don't blame me. I voted for Coda.
Go!
Wow, that was... I don't even remember seeing that part. That was crazy. Just shows, like, when the Great Tribulation happens, when the Antichrist comes into reign. Look at, they're just showing you right in your face. People are going to be enslaved by the government. Hi, Heather. Hi, Homegrown USA. Who else we got? Is that everybody? Hi, Luis. Okay. This was put out by Express. This one's really interesting. Okay, so they say that there's a giant cube in space. So they're saying it's an alien Borg cube. Okay, but what this reminds me of is New Jerusalem. I don't know. But for them to put this article out, this was March, what does that say? November 2nd?
November 2nd, yeah.
What's the year on that?
Look like 2010?
I can't see.
That looks to be 2010.
Okay, I'm gonna look further into that date. And I think it was more recent than that, because I just found this article. But yeah, it's in the shape of a cube. And so here's the actual picture they're saying. So I just thought it was interesting and worth sharing. I'm not gonna talk too much on it. But as we all know, New Jerusalem is in the shape of a cube, as the Bible describes. And we know that the Lord is bringing his holy city down, when it's time. I would never say when. What is this? Oh, okay. This article I'm bringing up because of the dream I had about the outbreak of rats and how it's the year of the rat, but I think I went over that already. So I'm gonna go to the next one. Oh, and also there were articles coming out saying that there were more rats coming out in the streets because of the shutdown of the restaurants. This video is about food shortages. We've been getting a lot of warnings about that from the Lord also, so I thought this video was worth sharing.
Today, we're in Abushe in eastern Chad at the logistical base for the World Food Program. My name is Lauren Landis. I'm the country director for the World Food Program in Chad. There are about 300,000 refugees that count on the food from these warehouses in order to make it through the lean season. Normally, at this time of year, this warehouse would be completely full. But as you can see behind me, it's almost empty. Yesterday, I met a woman who was out in the hot sun to pick berries like this. First, she has to soak them, then she pounds them, but they're very, very critical to the survival of her and her family. If WFP in Chad does not receive more resources soon, these survival foods will become a large part of these people's diet, and we're extremely afraid that this will result in a higher rate of malnutrition among all the children in the 12 camps in eastern Chad.
Yeah, as we all know, in the last days there will be famine, and we're gonna see a lot more of that. Maybe I'll cover that more, because there is a lot going on with the famine. skip. I think this is about the National Guard doing testing, but it just shows, you know, the military's now in the cities.
And setting up a number of different mobile teams that basically could be established in different communities, wherever the need may be for that.
The numbers of infected continue to climb.
I don't want people to panic or worry because the numbers are going up, because they're going to go up.
National Guard Adjutant General Paul Knapp says medics are ready to do their jobs, but everyone needs to help.
The more people practice this social distancing, and the more they abide by the safer at home directives, the sooner that we're going to be over that hump and on the downhill path. Right?
So as you see, this is what they're using our military for now. Trying to get through this quickly because I have a lot to cover. Okay, locusts. We've been seeing a lot of this lately in Africa. This is another cause to the food shortages, and these are also plagues. Okay, you want to read this one? Okay. Alright, I'll read it. Like a biblical plague, locusts swarm East Africa, laying waste to crops and livelihoods. Okay, it says, with the cloud hovering over a farm about a mile away, Alette and several of her children ran to investigate. As they got closer, they could make out whirring wings and the ridged torsos no longer than a finger. And just describes the locust that they saw. And this is coming out a lot, and it says right here, has smitten East Africa like a plague from the Bible. And like I said, they're attacking the crops. Okay, this next video I'm going to show you, if you all remember, not too long ago I just shared a word that I received from the Lord. It's literally like waking up, not totally awake yet, but like my eyes were still closed, but I clearly heard the word vault. And I started just looking up some things, and this is one thing that I found. This is from a video game, but it speaks volumes, so it's worth sharing.
Our American way of life, isn't it grand? Peace, freedom, and bacon and eggs. Seems perfect. But what if it's not? Friends, your future may not be as secure as you think. Where will you be when the atomic bombs fall? You can secure your family's future by reserving a spot in a state-of-the-art underground vault from Vaultec. That's right, Bob. Act now, and your family can wait out the horrors of nuclear devastation. And Doris, the vault will have all the amenities of your modern-day home, and it's attractive. And Sally, in the vault, you might meet that special someone, just as you would on the surface. And in a few short years, you and your fellow vault dwellers will repopulate our great country. And Billy, you'll have lots of swell kids to play with. Reserve your family spot in a state-of-the-art underground vault today. Sign up now and prepare for the future.
I love those dear hearts and gentle people who live in my hometown. Because those dear hearts and gentle people will never ever let me down.
Okay, so I'm gonna read a few scriptures that relate to the bunkers and how the elite are going to be hiding in them, thinking that they can hide from the Lord. Revelation 6:15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Okay. Also, Jeremiah 16. Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send forth many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them, and after. So that's his servants, we're fishing, we're bringing souls to heaven. And then after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one. Again, this is from the same video game, and it's based off living in bunkers.
War never changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure.
That's what they think.
But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself.
Hi on the wall.
So
Thanks for joining us.
Today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Play the beta first on Xbox One.
Okay, so this is most likely what they promised to all of the elite and the rich. You know, they're putting their confidence in these bunkers, and they think they can hide from the wrath of God, but they will not be able to. Jesus is the only escape. He's the only way.
I went to visit a secret vault in the Swiss mountains where a company stores its customers' bitcoins. Many millions of bitcoin are stored there. It was the secret headquarters of the Swiss army during the Cold War. The way it's built is quite interesting. There's basically a hollow in the granite mountain, and in that hollow they built 3 buildings that are 3 stories tall. So you walk through a tunnel through the mountain, and then you end up in these buildings, and these buildings are connected by tunnels as well. Once you step into the bunker, you're in this lobby area where they have to take your fingerprints, they photograph you, they take your ID document. Then you enter a glass cylinder, which they call a man trap. It's made of bulletproof glass. You walk through a passageway, you go through these steel revolving doors, and then you're confronted with these 2 very thick steel doors that weigh 4 tons each. I was told that these doors are designed to survive a nuclear blast. So now we're walking towards the part of the complex that contains all the Cold War era map rooms that's left untouched. This room is an unoccupied private suite. No customer has moved in yet, but when they do move in, they would be allowed to customize and do whatever they like in terms of security measures with this blank space.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And imagine how much money it takes, right, to build something like that. And yeah, from the previous wars too, they have a lot of bunkers. Probably just updated those. There's underground highways, secret government highways that they use to transfer things, and whatever they use it for. It's a secret access way that they will never tell the people about. Okay, if y'all remember my vision of the round door too, it could have very well been a vault door.
From a zombie-proof house bunker in Poland, a nuclear missile silo in New York, and an $8 million bunker in a top-secret location, Vidello Productions is taking a look at 11 expensive billionaire bunkers only for the super rich. Before we jump into this video, remember to like and subscribe with the bell icon, as we have hundreds of videos scheduled for your enjoyment. Number 11, Tifton's Millionaire Bunker. $15 million is what you can expect to pay to live the life of the rich and famous during the apocalypse in Tifton, Georgia. Built in 1969 during the peak of Cold War tensions, this fortified shelter can withstand a 20-kiloton nuclear blast without suffering so much as a scratch. This underground super bunker can accommodate more than a dozen people in its luxury-style apartments. The bunker also includes a home theater, nurses' station, an outdoor firing range, along with a master kitchen, plenty of storage, and a dining area. Number 10, Survival Condo, USA. Designed as a nuclear-hardened bunker and a second home, developer Larry Hall transformed this abandoned missile silo into a number of luxury condos. The secured homes are located underground and include features such as stainless steel appliances, LED lighting, washers and dryers, and a home automation system. The complex also features a swimming pool, rock climbing wall, movie theater, dog park, and arcade, and each unit also comes with a 5-year supply of food for each resident. Security is tight and is thought to be at the military level, and before you think of breaking in, you may need to consider that this place has 9-foot thick walls and a 161-foot protective dome. Number 9, Vivos Europa 1. Located in Rothenstein, Germany, and dubbed the world's ultimate doomsday escape, Vivos Europa 1 is the creation of Vivos CEO Robert Vicino. Unlike Survival Condo USA, the $1.1 billion Vivos Europa 1 is a converted former Cold War bunker that's embedded deep within the limestone mountain and can survive a close-range nuclear explosion. For peace of mind, this facility can also withstand a direct airline crash, severe flooding and earthquakes, as well as biological and chemical attacks. The self-contained apartments within the invitation-only bunker are not cheap and are thought to cost around $5 million each. The whole bunker covers 227,904 square feet, has access to private swimming pools, movie theaters and gyms, and you can even have a massive tropical aquarium in your bedroom. Vivos is also building a medieval-style chapel within the complex, and Vivos Europa 1 also has its own community movie theater and bar with microbrewery. Just when you thought we were done, nope, Vivos have left nothing to chance with the addition of its very own zoo, mini museum and artifacts room, as well as a DNA and seed vault. Number 8, the Oppidum, Czech Republic. Looking like one of those underground presidential bunkers from the movies, the Oppidum, located in the Czech Republic, features a communications room, hospital, and dental surgery within the facility. The Oppidum has also been crowned the largest billionaire bunker in the world and covers over 323,000 square feet. Above-ground facilities include a golf course and a helipad that has special automatic defense technology built in. The underground complex features a large 6,750 square foot master apartment, 7 1,270 square foot suites, and there is a climate-controlled wine cellar with space for thousands of bottles. It was recently thought to have been purchased by a single billionaire investor who plans to use the bunker as a bug-out location for friends, family, and staff. Number 7, Vivo.
Sorry. Oh, this is a 10-minute video, so I'm not gonna play the whole thing. If you're interested in watching the rest of this, I will link it for you. But I think you get it. They are spending a lot of money on these bunkers, and this is what they're trusting in instead of trusting in the Lord and the great escape, because they know what's coming, but they think they can hide from the wrath of God. So yeah, these are 2 dreams. I will link these also. This was one a sister had and it was talking about how God was going to disrupt the enemy's plan, and I believe that's happening right now. Also, the Dulce base dream, the door dream. Yeah, I'll link all three of these in the description box if you want to relook at that, and those all relate to what I've been talking about in this video. Okay. This is a Nissan commercial. Oh wow, they removed it. Oh, is it gonna work?
This is protection in a world of distraction. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility.
So yeah, that commercial was really creepy, but it is showing how society is. They're so distracted by their devices that they are asleep. They don't realize what's going on around them and the fact that we are living in the end times. Yeah, sister. This is called Apocalypse Plan for Rich People.
This episode is brought to you by CuriosityStream. Use our link in the description below for a 30-day trial, giving you unlimited access to thousands of documentaries and nonfiction titles from some of the world's best filmmakers when you use the code INFOGRAPHICS. Perhaps we're rather pessimistic, but we're inclined to believe that sooner or later there will be a World War III or some other apocalyptic event. We're not going to delve into which country will cause what. It could be the assassination of a world leader that triggers a war, or perhaps a plague that causes zombies. But ultimately there's going to be a devastating series of events that will cause mass destruction, misery, and death on a large scale. So if you're used to your butler bringing your lobster and champagne when you ring a bell, how do you prepare for doomsday? Okay, maybe that was a silly stereotype, but the super wealthy have made plans far beyond the typical doomsday prepper to not only survive in comfort and preserve their fortunes, but also to thrive and possibly even make money off the destruction or reconstruction. For the purpose of this video, we're defining super rich as people who have over $30 million. This is about 0.003% of the world's population, and in 2018, this was 265,490 individuals. Collectively, their combined total wealth was estimated $32.3 trillion, or about 13% of the world's total wealth. Obviously, you'd want to make sure your financial assets are in the best position possible to not only ride out the war, but But if and when the world begins to rebuild, you can thrive. A common side effect of war is to prepare for hyperinflation. During World War II, Hungary was economically devastated. As a war zone, the country's infrastructure was destroyed, buildings were left in ruins, and personal wealth was looted. Also, Hungary was heavily in debt for extending credit to and producing goods for Germany, which never paid it back. After the war ended, Hungary was forced to pay reparations to the Soviets. All this led to the Hungarian government printing more money, which caused a really bad case of hyperinflation. In August 1945, 1 kilogram of bread cost 6 Hungarian pengos. Less than a year later, in May 1946, the same amount of bread cost 8 million pengos. It doesn't even take war to cause hyperinflation. More recently, countries have experienced hyperinflation due to land expropriation and printing extra money while the country's running a deficit, etc. The super rich are already adept at protecting their wealth, such as hiding assets behind shell companies, or moving money to unaccountable and largely untaxed offshore accounts and corporations. However, in recent years, they've intensified the diversity of their investments, often buying sovereign bonds for countries they think could be on the winning side of a major war, and investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Also, they've put significant amount of money into a variety of tangible assets, such as gold, silver, copper, steel, and oil, which can be used to rebuild society after a cataclysmic event. Of course, you need places to store such items. What could be better than storage at a luxurious doomsday bunker? Over the past 20 years, there's been a surge in people building doomsday bunkers, especially the rich. In fact, a number of companies have sprung up catering to building doomsday domiciles for the well-heeled. The Survival Condo Project is one such corporation. They've repurposed a silo at the former Atlas F missile launch site in Kansas into an underground oasis that can sustain 75 people for over 5 years. The facility features condos with lavish furnishings, and among the many shared amenities are an indoor pool, a library, dog park, movie theater, and medical first aid center. Of course, the whole community is protected with cutting-edge technology. The price ranges from $1.5 million plus for a 900 square foot condo with 1 or 2 bedrooms to $4.5 million for a penthouse suite. Thinking of taking out a loan for purchasing such a fancy hidey hole? Not so fast. Many banks won't loan money to purchase secondary luxury shelters. The community only considers buyers who have the funds for purchase in liquid capital. The Survival Condo Project has completely sold out its first silo and is now building out a second silo, which is also in Kansas. There are actually a number of expensive shelter communities around the world. In a quiet valley of the Czech Republic is the Opidum, at 323,000 square feet above and below ground. It's the world's largest exclusive luxury bunker. You can't even view the Opidum's website without a secret invitation code. Other corporations, such as the Rising S Company, sells customizable bunkers, which they'll build anywhere in the world for clients. Their top-of-the-line luxury underground bunker is called the Aristocrat, and it starts at $8.5 million plus installation costs. Among the many features it comes with are a sauna, a gym, a media room, bowling alley, multi-vehicle garage with motor cave, and a greenhouse for sustainable food growing. While the company has not publicly disclosed how many Aristocrats they've sold, in the last few years business has boomed for them. Yet other companies specialize in outfitting existing property to be survival ready. Depending on the property, that may mean adding such features such as an underground shelter, solar panels, a water reserve tank, etc. Central to having a fancy yet functional abode for when the world is burning is where the property is located. In recent years, many of the wealthiest Americans have purchased millions of acres of America's heartland and the Pacific Northwest, where farming and living off the land is sustainable. Others have sought dual citizenship in countries that they think will be the safest for riding out apocalyptic events, such as Canada or Argentina. New Zealand's mainly rural landscape and the low human population is especially popular with tech billionaires building survival real estate. The fact that New Zealand is commonly not considered a nuclear target is probably part of the appeal too. In recent years, several wealthy American citizens have sought citizenship through the New Zealand Investor Plus visa, which allows them to bypass the normal immigrant process, but requires them to invest upwards of 10 million New Zealand dollars in the country over 3 years. Others have focused on amassing citizenship in multiple countries and EU passports, sometimes with lovely private properties in each country, so if times get tough, they have a choice of multiple destinations to flee to. Great! You have a fancy protected mansion to survive the apocalypse in style, and thankfully you have loyal employees who, in return for a safe place to ride out the apocalypse, will protect and maintain your property. But there's one huge problem: travel. Once the zombies...
So yeah, as you see, It's just in plain sight what they're doing. This article is posted by Forbes magazine. Bitcoin prices surge as perfect storm drives gains. And just continues to talk about how Bitcoin is rising, it's becoming more popular. This article is titled RFID Tiny Wonders Behind Friction-Free Grocery Shopping. So this is basically promoting the Mark of the Beast. They're saying, how cool would it be if you could get what you need from the local grocery store and just leave? No dealing with cashiers, no fuss. And again, you see the scanners here. This is what my mom had the dream about, that these were coming and that people were scanning their hands. Okay, it says Amazon.com has been a bit something with the ideas since fiddling. I couldn't see it. Fiddling with the idea since 2015. Now it's ready to open a grocery store in Seattle that promises the convenience of online shopping in the real world. It's going to be a big win for technology. Most people are familiar with, don't think about it too much. It just starts talking about the store. I'm trying to get to the part. Okay. Customers don't want to fiddle with technology. They want to solve problems. They want convenience. Okay, look out for that. They're gonna make sure they promote that it's convenient and that, you know, they're doing it for you. It says scan a QR code that connects to their Amazon account. So again, with the scanning, basically just promoting the cashless society and easier ways to pay, or as they make it seem. Again, with the microchipping. Will microchip implants be the next big thing in Europe? And he's scanning his hand right here with his phone. As you see right here, thousands of sweeties have been pioneering the use of futuristic microchips that are implanted under the skin of the hand. The technology is used for everyday tasks like accessing your smartphone, opening the front door, or setting an alarm. Yeah, the video doesn't want to play, so I'll link this one too. This was in Nairobi. Nairobi flies unpacking the mystery of a small beetle with huge burn power. And this is it right here. And it says a huge swarm of black and red insects were recently seen in a atoll called Cabernet in West Kenya. Debate has been raging in the local media about what to call these insects. Nairobi fly, Kenya fly, Nairobi fly. There is no official name, but Nairobi fly seems to be the most commonly used. It could cause burns or dermatitis on the human skin. And it contains a strong poison when it touches the skin. And here's the invasion of them. I couldn't even get that close. do. Okay. Okay, I'm probably gonna do a part 2 because there's still a lot. Well, I definitely wanted to get to this. So Lashara Pickney, she had posted a community tab link. So if you did not catch it, this is very important. So if you haven't been following, there's a magazine created by the elite, and it's called The Economist magazine, and this is what it looks like for 2020, and encoded into this where'd number 1 go? You know what, I'm just gonna go to her channel. Alright, you know what, I'm gonna have to, I will have to come back, but that's very important, so I want to make sure. Oh, I am signed in. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Alright, so Lashara Pickney. Okay, yeah. It's a little while back here. Okay, here it is. Sorry about that. Okay, so encoded in here, she decoded it. It says Trump, Brexit, AI, Tokyo, Mars, climate, So numeral number, do you know which one that is? I'm not sure. Numeral number. Recession. Mari. What does it say? Mod.
Yeah,
MOD. Expo. SDGs. Bond. Beethoven. Visions. Biodiversity. Rat. Plague. Again, just like the vision I had. NPT. Warren. Raphael. Nightingale. Russia. And show less. And so that's in order, and she decoded that. She's an awesome watchman too. If you guys haven't subscribed to Lashara, watchwoman. Okay. So yeah, this has already been a pretty long live stream. So I'm gonna come back and finish it off another day. I'm not sure yet, but I will definitely come back, share this video, and thank you all for joining me today. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Faith, hope you're doing well, sister. I said hi, I don't know if you heard me. And I will look back at all your messages too to see if I missed anything. But yeah, I love you all. God bless. And have a blessed day in the Lord. Talk to you later.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye. God bless.
Bye.